Hi, do-it-yourselfers. Um, Many of my friends ask me what my favorite tools are, what tools you usually bring to a job or you use most frequently, or what are your favorites. So I thought I would do a short video on some of the tools I most often use and some of my favorites. So let's start. One of the tools I use frequently is this mirror. What I like about it is, it bends, extends out, and also has a little light on it. That can be useful. I like that mirror. Flashlight. Oh my gosh, so many times it's needed. And get one that's nice and bright. This one's one of those three-setting kind of flashlights. Very useful. Oil filter socket. What I like about this is as you loosen these jaws grab the filter. So as you're turning, it's actually biting into the filter. And I have a high degree of success with this filter wrench socket. Gloves. I always use gloves on a job. This one's 9mm thick. I think it's worth the money. The reason why I feel it's important to use gloves on a job is, let's say you're doing a brake job, and when you're taking off the brakes, obviously they're dirty. All the components are dirty. And so when I'm reassembling, I put on a new set. So now my gloves are clean, and I don't get the new components dirty. So that's why I like them. I tend to go through gloves, but I feel it's a better quality of job. Clearly, you need sockets. What I'd like to highlight is I like the 6-point. They tend to grab more of the sides of the nut or bolt you're trying to take out versus the 12-point. Again, that's just my opinion. I like the 6-point. But I also like to show this holder. What I like about this holder is you can be under a car and you can first easily see the size, but usually you don't care. You're just grabbing the next size up or down. And it's really easy to take the socket out. And also it'll hold on to the socket. And you have shorties and longs right at your hands. And then when you're done, you can put it right back away in your tool card or roll away. I like that a lot. Clearly, I have to use sockets on every job. I tend to use 3/8. I have a whole bunch of sizes of 3/8. Quarter I would use for interior or let's say molding or body work. 1/2 inch. I like this flex head. I would use this for, let's say, suspension work because it's 1/2 inch and very long, gives me lots of leverage. Torque wrench. I use this almost on every job. It's very important to properly torque down the work to specifications when you're reassembling. Very important. Breaker bar. Don't use it all the time, but when you need it, they're worth their weight in gold. What I like this style the best because it allows you to change your angle, how much torque you want to apply, and sometimes this allows you to get into an area and get at the nut or bolt to break it loose. On a VTEC, that's what I had to do. I had no room to get a regular breaker bar in, but I was able to get this in there, slide this down in, break it, pop it, and bring it right back up. So again, I like this type of breaker bar. Nothing against the other. I just like this type. It's been more handy on more jobs, at least for me. Combo flex head ratcheting. Oh, these are the godsend. I love these things. If you notice, mine, you have to reverse it to change direction. I didn't like the ones that have a lever. They tend to hang up on things and change direction on you and can mess you up. So I liked these. There's the scanner. That's a Varus, so that means it's a scanner component test and a multimeter and a scope meter. I use that all the time. But I also still use my Fluke. Why? Because it's quick to boot up, whereas that scanner's like a mini PC. It's like a tablet, one could say, and so it has to boot. This one is an older one, so it's running XP. I've had good luck with it though. Whereas Fluke, you just turn it on, and you're ready to go. So that's why I always use that and bring that along. Lastly, floor jack. I clearly use that on many jobs, but really what I want to highlight are these two adapters for the floor jack. This is your classic floor jack adapter where you could go up on classic frame rails or whatever. This is the normal jacking post places. This is a nice adapter. It allows you to jack up the car the same as you would your own car jack that comes with a car. There's a front and rear on each side of your car, and there tends to be a body seam there. Well, the body seam goes right in between here, and you're able to lift it up at your normal jacking posts places on your car. So that's why I like this, for a quick tire change. This is what I use because I don't have to look up to see where on the body I can jack up the car. I know where it's at. You can see the marker on the seam there where you normally jack up the car with the native jack that comes with the car. That's why I like this one.
Thank you for watching. I hope you found the information helpful.